Madam Clerk, do we have everyone here, or who are we waiting on?
We waiting on John. Oh, there he is.
All right, we are on the record. I'm Pro Tem Judge Chris Bate. This is the municipal court for the city of South Bend. We come on with our December 8th, 2021 docket. Our docket's both being recorded and publicized live over Zoom. And I have some pre-trial matters. The first being Donald Martin. Is Mr. Martin in the waiting room?
He is not.
Okay. And Mr. Quittner, this is a client of yours?
Yes. We've had a situation with Mr. Martin for, the better part of a year where, he's in jail, he's been in custody, and I've only recently learned that this is what he does for other cases too. He just refuses to show. Normally, I wouldn't suggest rewarding that sort of behavior, but in his particular case, Mr. Martin is very likely to be going to prison on a third strike, and we won't be seeing him again. And with that in mind, I thought that it would be worth cutting the city's losses as to Mr. Martin, and I suggested that to Mr. Duncanson, who agreed to dismiss the charge today.
That's true. I did just send over Mr. Quittner an agreed order to dismiss just for his signature.
I'm signing it now, and I will disseminate it as soon as it's in there.
Okay, once I have that order under my nose, I'll review it and most likely sign it. The next case we have is City versus Robert Peterson. I know Mr. Peterson is transient. Is he here by Zoom or did he show up at court?
No and no.
Okay, Mr. Quittner, has there been any contact?
It's extremely sporadic. There has been contact, I think, since the last time that he was on the docket, but I never know when to expect him. He's, we're all familiar with Mr. Peterson by now. I think he's got certain mental health challenges and certainly chemical dependency challenges, and I don't really know where he is, although I think he's relocated to Aberdeen.
Okay. Is the city asking for a bench warrant? We've continued this case a number of times. I think the last time he showed up was maybe 3 months ago.
Yeah, we would be asking for a warrant at this time because we do potentially have a resolution in the case. So if we could just get him here or get him notice of it somehow, even if it takes an officer picking him up.
Well, in each matter, the court will issue bench warrants in the amount of $500 per case.
And I do have Miss Stewart.
Okay, and I see she is represented pro se.
Yes, on 2 charges. Is she still on arraignment for the other 2 charges?
That's right, we continued the arraignment. Mr. Duncanson, has there been any contact between you and this defendant?
There hasn't.
Okay,
He's not reached out to me.
I'll bring her in.
all right. All right, the court calls for Malia Stewart. We brought Miss Stewart in from the waiting room. Miss Stewart, can you hear us? Miss Stewart, you're on Zoom in the municipal court for the City of South Bend's virtual courtroom. We can see your screen icon. Please identify yourself. I believe we had the same issue last time. What about Steve Smith? Is Mr. Smith available?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Let's bring him in as well. We'll leave Miss Stewart in also. All right, we brought in a phone that's here by Zoom, phone number ending in 1107. Is this Steve Smith?
4 o'clock. She said, okay, I'll meet you at Foggy's. Being a friend is better than anything else.
Okay, Mr. Smith, you are in a courtroom right now. Is that you on the other end?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Mr. Smith, present today, we have your attorney, Jonathan Quittner, as well as the city prosecutor, Killian Duncanson. And this comes on,
Yes, sir.
correct, this comes on for pretrial. Mr. Quittner, do you want to address the court about this matter?
Sure. What's going on here is that the city made us an offer some time ago. I was able to discuss that with Mr. Smith today, and we've agreed on a resolution. Problem is, I now have to send him the statement on plea and related documents in the mail, the U.S. mail, and that's the best way to get these to him. But I've gone over all the implications with him. He understands what he's doing, and we should have actual pleadings in our hand the next time we see him. So I'm asking to bump it out one more time for resolution, and I certainly hope that we don't have a speedy trial issue. Actually, I think he failed the show last week, so that's the start of the clock.
Okay, would we be ready to dispose of the case December 22nd?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Smith, we need to allow you some time to talk and go over paperwork with your attorney. We're going to reset your pretrial conference to December 22nd. So that will be by Zoom. And you have contact information for your attorney, Mr. Smith?
Yes, sir.
Terrific. Why don't you reach out to him tomorrow so the two of you can make arrangements to go over paperwork, and then we can have this case back on our December 22nd docket and take care of this.
Okay.
Okay? That concludes your
Yes,
case.
sir.
Terrific. That concludes your case today. You're free to hang up now.
All right. You have a good day. Bye. At least.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm supposed to have done it.
All right, we're going back to City versus Malia Stewart. Miss Stewart, you are still up on our screen. Are you there? Well, the best I can say that is if Miss Stewart can hear us, she needs to figure out how to use technology. It's not that difficult. We're going to reset the case for December 22nd, and I would advise that when she logs in that she needs to stay next to her computer or telephone, so when her case is called, she's prepared to address the court. So, Madam Clerk, let's reset the case to December 22nd.
Okay,
And if you would, I'm sure the court's already done it, forward Mr. Dunkison's contact information to this defendant, so perhaps she might avail herself to making a phone call with the prosecutor prior to the 22nd hearing.
okay.
Okay, I think that concludes all matters on the docket that was assigned to me. Did I miss anything?
You did not.
Okay. Well, we'll see everyone back here on the 22nd. I'll look for those warrants, Madam Clerk, when you send them over.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think I'm actually done now too.
yes, you are.
All right. Have fun, you guys.
Short and sweet today.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought Steve Smith was Will's.
Because of Will's prior prosecutions on him, we switched it, but it was after the docket was printed, so.
Okay. I kind of figured that's probably what it was.
Okay, Will, we are ready for you.
All right. Mr. Dunkison, who would you like me to call first?
I think all that there are the 2 infractions. Then I think I've emailed over
You did.
both of those.
Yeah. I also have on my docket Steve Smith pretrial.
It was switched to Chris Bates, Judge Bates, due to your previous prosecution.
Oh, I didn't realize I'd prosecuted him before.
Yeah,
Okay. That being the case, then we can just take up those 2 infractions. Do we have anybody on Zoom for those?
I have a phone number that just came up. I'm not sure who it is.
Let's check that.
Okay,
Yes, good afternoon.
hello?
Yes, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
We can't.
Okay, perfect.
My name is,
Hello.
I'm Will Penoyer, and I am the judge for the City of South Bend Municipal Court. Can you tell me your name?
Yes, my name is Malia Stewart.
Okay. Ms. Stewart, I believe your case was being heard by the other judge in this.
Bates.
Right, and Mr.
Bates.
Bates has since logged off. I guess this got called earlier, I don't know.
it did.
Okay.
Your video
Okay.
came on, but you weren't there, so he reset it to 12:22.
Okay, so Ms. Stewart, you'll just
Okay.
just do the same thing, but December 22nd, okay?
Okay, thank you guys. Have a good afternoon.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Okay, that being it for phone numbers. So I'll just formally Will Penoyer, Judge, City of South Bend Municipal Court. It looks like we have a short docket today. The only thing I have are 2 contested infractions. The first one I will call is City versus Dimitrios Ganastios. My apologies if I am butchering the name. Cause number 1A0642505. It is a speeding ticket. I have before me an agreed order signed by Prosecutor Killian Duncanson and the defendant's attorney, Boris Petrenko. It appears that this is an agreed order. Looks like we're amending failure to renew registration, or rather we are amending to failure to renew to registration, agreed penalty of 159. I think that that is reasonable and consistent with justice, and I will sign that. All right. The other case we have is City of South Bend versus Lori Ann Heigert, cause number 1A0614963. Once again, I have a agreed order in front of me on this infraction. Looks like we're amending from a speeding ticket to a seatbelt violation. I think that is reasonable and in the interest of justice. That's been signed by Mr. Duncanson and the defendant's attorney, Ken Tespirin. So I will also sign that. Anything else?
I think that pretty much covers it.
Okay. Mr. Duncanson, I emailed you about a case in Westport that I would very much like you to get back to me on if you have any information. If you don't, that would be, I need to know that too.
Yeah. I have not had any contact with him, but
Okay, so
scrounge up a phone number.
so odds are that he